hi, hey, thanks for coming by. I'm glad you made the time. Let me just close my laptop and give you my full attention. As you know, I'm David Smeeth. I'm one of the math teachers here at Verde Valley School, and I'm gonna be your math teacher this year. And just let me tell you, I'm real excited. I'm really looking forward to our time together. I know we're gonna get to know each other better, and we're gonna have some cool experiences, a lot of fun along the way, and of course, we're gonna do a bunch of math. So just to know, I am a math geek, I love it, and I'll share my passion with you and hope to infect you with that passion. Even if math is not your jam, I'm still gonna hope that I can get you excited at one point or give you a cool aha, I didn't know how that worked that way, things like that. I just wanna make sure that you know and understand and trust that you are welcome in my class. I don't care if you're like a super math geek and you love it and you always get an A and you want more. Every year you want more and more and more and you want to push yourself. That's awesome. And then all the way on the other end of the spectrum, if you're just, math is definitely not your thing, it makes you afraid, you're worried about doing well on tests, you've never gotten a really good grade, all kinds of things. People have bad experiences with math. I want you to know that wherever you are, math geek to struggler, you're welcome here. And I will do my best to give you the best possible experience in this class. So if you really want to be pushed, you just got to tell me. I got tons of other stuff I can push you to look at. If you're struggling, all you got to do is bring that struggle to me and we'll work together and we'll make it better. I promise, okay? I want to talk a little bit about me, okay? I'm educated, I'm a teacher, I should be educated. So I graduated in 1987 from the University of California at Santa Cruz. I have a geology degree, which definitely gave me a lot of math along the way. I had calculus and all kinds of other stuff. I also have a master's degree in counseling psychology. I got that from Prescott College. And psychology informs almost everything we do that relates to people. So I use that psychology degree pretty much every day, certainly as a teacher, certainly as working with you in my class. On campus here, I do a lot of things besides teach math. I'm also a mountain bike coach. I also facilitate the bike shop work job. I also do project period and a bunch of things like that. I live in the Avery apartment behind Avery dorm. It's a little hard to find, but maybe one day you'll come over for a barbecue. What do I like to do? Well, besides teaching, which is my passion, totally my passion, besides teaching, I like hiking, I like camping, and those of you who know me already know that I love cycling, okay? So I'm a crazy mountain biker. I do that a lot, and Sedona has got a lot of crazy mountain biking, so I do that here. If you're interested, you should sign up for mountain biking, and maybe I'll be your coach. I also like gravel riding, and gravel riding is on a bike that looks like a road bike, but it's more rugged for dirt roads. And gravel riders tend to like to do long rides, like 100-mile rides. Think about what my longest ride might have been. Just think, how many miles might I have ridden in one go? Finally, I've recently gotten into cruiser bikes, and I have an old cruiser bike that I kind of restored and bought some new parts for. And that's currently my favorite bicycle. You'll see me riding that around campus a lot. Until the pandemic, I was very involved in bike racing, and I had a great old time and just pedaled up a storm, and I'm looking to get back into that. Okay, enough about me. I have a few questions that I want you to think about. And the way we're gonna do this part is I'm gonna ask you a question, then I want you to hit pause on the video, take out a sheet of paper or a notebook if you have one, and just jot down some answers. This is not a for credit assignment. This is an assignment designed to get you to take a look at yourself in relation to math, set some goals, do some thinking, so that you can get the most out of your class with me this year. Okay, so the first one, what kind of math student have you been? Just think about that. Whatever words come to mind, you don't have to write big long sentences, but just think about what kind of math student have you been? Okay, so now that you wrote all that down and pressed play on the video, the next question is, what would you like to change? Now perhaps everything you're doing is working, so you don't need to change anything to make it work better, but there might be some new exciting direction you'd like to go or something you want to explore. So pause the video and write down something you'd like to change or maybe something new. Okay, now that you've written that down, I want you to think about how might you make that change happen. what could you do? And it's perfectly fine for one of the things might be, ask my teacher how to do that. That's great, and I'm totally there for you. But sometimes you might already have a roadmap. You might already know what you need to do. If it's about studying harder or more effectively or paying attention in class, all those things are fair game for this. Okay, now that you wrote that down, I want you to take a second to write down three, I'm a math teacher, 1, 2, 3 goals for yourself for this year, okay? And they can be pretty straightforward goals. I'd like them to be specific. So if you write the goal, I just want to do better in math, awesome goal. First, let me just say I totally support you in that, but it's very general. So maybe if you didn't do so well in math and you think it might be because you didn't do all the homework, then a good goal would be, this year I want to do all the homework. Maybe your goal was that last year in class you got a good grade, say you got a B+, and you're just totally happy with that, but you know in your heart that you were less than 100% engaged. You knew you could do it, you know you're smart at math, but maybe you don't care as much or you're just not involved as much. So a good goal might be to engage more in class. Now, how to be specific? Pay attention and ask questions in class. That's a really good goal. Another one might be do an extra special job preparing my homework. Things like that, okay? So pause the video, take a moment and write down 3 goals. Okay, now that you've done that, I have one more task for you. And you're gonna pause the video and write down some steps. You've got some great goals. I want you to write down some things that you can do to meet those goals, okay? So if your goal is pay better attention in class, then a thing you could do might be put my phone in my backpack so I don't know if it buzzes or rings or anything like that, because my phone distracts me from paying attention. So I'm going to take my phone and put it in my backpack. Okay, so think real hard about these steps that you might do. Pause the video and write them down. Great. Okay, I appreciate you engaging with me and taking a moment to do some thinking and do some writing. In our next class, we'll take a look at some of those. You'll have a chance to share out if you like. And with that, I'm going to say goodbye and I'm going to get back to work. Have yourself a great evening.